All right, in this video, we're going to take a look at Google Cloud Storage buckets. So we're going to make our way over to the top here and type in bucket. Buckets aren't too complicated, but anyway, we'll go ahead and create ourselves a new bucket. Okay, so we can name our bucket whatever we want. Pick a globally unique permanent name as it's globally available. So we'll go ahead here and just say my great bucket. Okay, and from here we'll continue. And see that name is already taken, so we'll go ahead and just say 22, and we'll hit continue. We have a few options here. So we have multi-region, high availability across largest area, dual region, so high availability and low latency across two regions, or down below, lowest latency with a single region. It's really up to you what you want to do. If you want things to be low latency, you can go ahead and do that. So whatever you want. So I'll go here and just choose a single region. But notice the cost over here changes. So here it says 0.0023. And if we go over to here, you can see, again, the price change. So really up to you what you want to do. But I'm going to go ahead and just go with a single region. Next thing we have is the type of storage we want. So auto class, as the name implies, it will automatically transition each object to standard or nearline based on object level activity. That's a pretty good option if you do not know what you plan on using. But then down below we have standard, nearline, cold line, and archive. So standard's best storage, short-term storage and frequently accessed data. Nearline best for backups and data access less than a month. Cold line best for disaster recovery, etc., etc. You get the idea. It's pretty darn straightforward. We're going to go with standard here. Then let's see, we have optimized storage for data intensive workloads. So enable hierarchy namespaces on this bucket. Don't need it. This makes sense for analytics, but we're not doing that here today. We'll go ahead and hit continue. And we can prevent public access. Of course, you would want this to be off. If you are doing something with your buckets where you need public access, then that's going to be a different story. But generally, you want to keep that off. For access controls, we have uniform or fine grain. We'll leave it with uniform for now. We'll go ahead and hit continue. We have a soft delete policy. You might want to turn this off if you want objects to be retained for a specific period of time. That way, if you want to recover them, I'm going to turn that off. I don't really want soft delete policy, but that is an option. Object versioning, also another really good option. So the idea is that it will, when you push new versions, it'll just have iterations of those versions. That's really, really good if, let's say, you had an environment and it got compromised and someone tried to delete stuff, that at least you have versions of things like that. Then down below we have retention. So you can enable a retention policy or tell it to how it should, or like if it should retain objects. But we'll go ahead and hit create. It says public access will be prevented. This bucket is set to prevent exposures of data from the public internet, enforce public access. Absolutely. Notice how they pop that up because it's such a big issue. Having your things compromised that, you got to have that on there. Let's go ahead and upload a file. It doesn't really matter what it is. I guess we could generate out an image. So I'm going to go over to ChatGPT and I'm going to generate an image. So we'll say a cloud engineer working on GCP and their seat is a race car. Why not? Because we can have fun. Why not generate stuff out? So we'll hold on. Okay. Create an image, right? And we'll be back here when it's done, okay? All right, there we go. And there is our image, which is not too bad, I would say. It even got Google Cloud logo, pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and drag this onto my desktop and just rename this to Cloud Engineer. Right, and I'm gonna go ahead, I think we can drag it into place. Yeah, we can, we'll drop it in there. And so now our image, okay, is there. All right, so there's obviously a lot of other options that we can do here. But I think this is a good start. We'll just separate out these videos. I'm going to leave this bucket up here and we will explore the other features of buckets, okay?